Welcome to another episode in the Inner Circle. I have with me a special guest. He has left deep influences in the way I approach fitness and how I prepare myself for performances and just even regular practice. He is the co-founder and owner of 5E Holistic Fitness Studio in Alsur, Bangalore. He is a cricketer who has played at the junior level in Karnataka and has been a strength and conditioning coach for Ranji level team. Welcome to the Inner Circle. Hello, absolutely. And what kinds of things you have built for me in terms of the strength program has helped me incredibly in performing better at my sport, as you call it, both in the mechanics of it as well as in just giving me that energy system balance to be able to sustain. There might be a dancer at 5 years of age, 20 years of age, much older, past the time that they've already had a family, they've had children. Would the biomechanics and the energy system training or whatever it is that you build for them, would it be very different in each of these, which I imagine they would?
Yes.
So how, are there some overall approaches?
Then we'll have to see each person at a time. Because when you're born as a kid, you're fine. Everything is working fine. But when you're like, 20 years old, you're in college, you sit for long hours of studies, then your posture changes. After birth, after you have had, if you have become pregnant and you have had a child and everything, then your mechanics changes, because during pregnancy your hormones have changed completely, your postures changed completely because your core's gone for a toss. So everything changes. So as age, or it changes from person to person, or it may be someone who's been training throughout their life, or genetically they're strong. So genes play a lot in training.
Right.
Like if my genes are good and your genes are bad, we do the same training, I'll be like a star. That's like that.
Sure.
So we need to take care everything which comes into play. The gene, what the work are they doing? How many years have they been working? Something like that. Or for the simplest matter, that someone's standing in a store and they've just been passing one package stuff. They're just giving it to you on one side, and you look at them after a certain time, you'll find them that they're standing like this.
Oh,
and
yes.
they'll be like, I'm standing straight. But we look at it in a completely different angle, because one has gone up, hip is down, this side hip is up. So that is how we look at it.
Okay.
So every age, every person is different.
So these programs couldn't possibly be done as one model that fits everybody, like they have in gyms, these classes.
See, if you want to be just that another person who's been working out, yes, it's nice. Like go do a group class, it works. So any form of fitness is gonna work.
Okay.
So you do just go run on the road, or you jump anything, or you do any household work, that is also fitness for you.
Okay.
But if you want to be particular and you want to improve your performance, then it's different. Then you got to be like, what works for you.
Right. So at some point you have to have that individual touch for that person to make that extra bit.
If you want that results which is going very fast, you want that. You don't want to get injured. You want that personal touch as such.
Right. So just looking at our biomechanics, Bharatanatyam, you know terms like Aramanti. Do you at the outset look at it and go, what are these people doing to their bodies?
Because you have 90% of them having a ACL tear. You have 90% of them having an ankle injury, like back injury for sure. So it's like everything, ankle, knee, back, everything's gone for a toss. What is left?
Not a lot, huh? We still continue this.
Yeah. So what happens is, like, even in your dance form as such, there are ways to go injury free. As we were talking about, don't load it up when you're banging a floor.
Of course.
So there is a technique to it, the way you bang a floor.
As in, you mean like hitting the floor?
Which angle you can hit in.
Yes.
Because your human body is meant to hit in a particular angle.
Sure.
If you go against it,
right,
you may be lucky for 2 years, 5 years, but some point of the other, it is going to hurt you. So you will have to change the way you dance. For every, like, it may be different for you, it may be different for someone else, it may be different for me. Same step, it may be different for everyone.
Right.
So if you're saying your knee goes here, brilliant. Everyone, it can't be like, no, it has to come. It will never happen.
Right. Yes, that's something that that I believe in as well. That there is so much variety in the human body, and I'm glad you brought that up. So even biomechanically, we're not all the same. As you said, one is that you're a moving target biomechanically just because you're a different person at different ages, but even individually, we just have different compositions of how our body frame is, and so you have to discover that safe way of dancing so that you can dance for the longest time, and I'm sure everybody is interested in being able to do that as well and as safely as they can. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us, and we are hoping to bring you back, and I'm sure we have many more questions for you, if you're able to bring that perspective, not just as somebody that does strengthen conditioning training, but also as an athlete yourself, that you've gone through putting your body through a lot of repetitive movements, and thank you so much for bringing that expertise, and great to have you with us, Rahul.
Thank you.
Thank you.